Marauders, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to put the King Tour Pack on my 2024 Harley Davidson Road Glide. I've never done this before. It's the first Harley Davidson I've ever worked on. You can see it's a massive box and was quite heavy. It wasn't 100 pounds, but I would say this box was probably 50. Not sure how to take it out of the box. Got the Bill's blanket on the ground. I think I'm gonna set it down, the box down on the ground. That way it can't, if it falls or something, it can't fall too far. Okay, so maybe we'll pull it out from the end. This is for Officer Bob. And there was some damage to this box. Boy, the color looks beautiful. You can see it in this corner, but hopefully there's enough foam around the box where it didn't get damaged. So the foam wasn't the weight. I was hoping the tour pack wasn't that heavy. It's heavy, not too heavy though by itself. That wasn't bad at all. And I don't see any instructions in here for the tour pack. And you know what, maybe we're gonna prop it up. Let's elevate the tour pack. Oh boy, is that beautiful or what? Oh man, is that beautiful. I feel stuff Wow, is that's a King pack. I can't believe a full-size helmet fits in that. Wow, that is pretty. Is my bike dirty? I gotta wash my bike. Wow, is that pretty. Wow. Here are the instructions. So I'm gonna have to read these again. They give you a little mat to put in here to cover up this bottom plate, which I'm not sure what that bottom plate's for. Looks like I'm probably gonna get a liner. Let's look at the bottom of it. Oh, there are the mounting bolts to the rack. I like it, so I'm not gonna have to, boy, my brother said Harley paint jobs are great. I love the black X on here. Love it. Man, do I gotta wash my bike. Okay, wow, and they already have the pads. Well, I thought I was gonna have to drill for the pads, but it's already drilled out for the pads, I think. Okay, let's open up. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna open up the mount. Let me take you over here. This is a rack, a round town rack I bought. I think it's called the Aero rack, and I wanted something to put my helmet on and lock it to it. And this is I don't want to say universal mount. I'm sure there's a term for it. This is their quick mounting that the dealer puts on all the motorcycles. They get road glides and street glides, and it's just something, these base spindles are what you can quick mount accessories to that go on the back of the motorcycle. And this is the mounting rack. How's that, Bob? A little better. Prop you up over here. This is the rack that the tour pack gets mounted to, and I think that's gonna be an easy mounting to do that because there are 4 bolts. See washers falling out of here. Oh, and there's 4 bolts in here floating around. This assembly gets mounted, and then the tour pack gets mounted on that, and it looks like it's got a little slide adjustment. When this is mounted, similar to this rack, it's gonna be tight to get up there with a wrench to move the tour pack back and forth without scratching the fender. I don't wanna do that. So I'm probably gonna put it in the middle slats. You know what, I'm not. I'm gonna move it all the way forward on these slots when I mount the tour pack. We'll move it all the way forward, better than having the weight hanging off the back of the bike. These are the locks that I'm gonna put on, the quick attach. Here are the mechanisms that hold it on to those spindles that are mounted on the bike, the frame of the bike. And I'm replacing these 2 that will lock with a key. This is the barrel lock for the tour pack. It's keyed to my motorcycle, so the same key for the motorcycle should work on the barrel lock. Let's do this for Officer Bob. The joke is I'm Italian, I should know how to operate a switchblade, and I stink at it. So much for my family heritage. Oh, here's the pad. Now, they recommended putting the pad on the tour pack because they said even if you use a duffel bag and put it on the seat that it ends up scratching the tour pack. So they recommended the pad to protect the tour pack. And I do have my Moscow Moto 50-liter duffel that I will be using on this bike. So let's get to it. My hands get really hacked up, and I hope you can see this, but you have to push this plunger up and then rotate this cam forward, like so. And that really came off easily. Give you a look at how that works. it locks it. You push this plunger up, it goes around this cam. I call this a cam lock. And this is, I would say, a spindle that they lock. So let's look at this. And I'm gonna talk to the parts people. So I think if you look on the locking cam, it's recessed for this washer to sit inside that recess. These are identical. So either I have to reverse the cam on this side so that screw and washer fit inside of it, because it doesn't fit inside when you mount it like that. So I'm wondering, I probably only need one lock on one side of this mount. Let's go see if it fits. And I'm gonna ask them possibly if I can return, because I bought 2 of these, one for my rack. And both have locked into place really well. This is a quick mount from Harley Davidson, dealer installed it. This black piece here is on a cam, eccentric, I'm not sure what the exact term is, but you rotate it and it adjusts the distance. It's, let's say it's oblong. You loosen this torque screw, if you can see it, and rotate that until your quick mount, like that one, fully latches. And it's oblong in shape, or eccentric, it's not a complete circle, and then you rotate it until it fits. I did that and now it fits, it goes on really nice. Oh, so I got beyond that. So the rack fits. Now the question is, do I put the rack on the tour pack? I think I'm gonna try it, although it might work against me. So let's get set up for that. I'm gonna put Loctite on these studs coming out of the bottom of the King Tour Pack. Then down is the front of the bike. So the tour pack would go on like this. Washers go on, 4 washers, and then the nuts go on. And you know what, they're Harley likes to use these compressed nuts. I'm not sure what the term is, what they're called. I really want it adjusted so it's more towards the bike. I don't want it hanging off the bike. I'm gonna hold this up and just lightly. So then it says to tighten this to 8 Newton meters. You'll have to trust me, this is set to 8 Newton meters, which isn't a lot. So that's torque to 8 Newton meters. Let's see if we can get it on the bike. Okay, Marauders, here we go. Here's the true test. Without scratching the bike, how easy is this gonna be to take on and off? It is not, surprisingly, it is not that heavy. And without the pads on, it's very easy to see the front of the mount to put it on. Oh, you hear those 2 clicks? Oh, I love it. I love it. That was not hard at all. That was not hard at all. Ooh, man, she looks pretty. Okay, this is gonna be a little fumbling and bumbling. They give you 2 sets of mounting holes to mount the backrest. I want it as low as possible. Don't ask me why, but that's how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna mount it on the bottom holes. So that's what I'm choosing to mount it. And I think it's nice that the holes are already there. You know what? I don't have a choice. I gotta go in the upper holes. I'm choosing the upper holes because the lower holes were not drilled out. And somehow I lost one nut. I'm gonna hand tighten these. I don't know how well these are secured in the backrest. Well, it seems to be tightening. Okay, so I'm assuming when this turns down, this arm on the lock, I'm assuming that locks into this groove on the handle and you can't pull the handle out to open the lid. So I'm gonna install this in this orientation, although I'm gonna put it up with a key. And they did key this to my bike. There is a little detent when you slide the locking mechanism up into place. So you don't have to hold it, which is really kind of nice. And then getting these screws in, I don't know how fun this is gonna be, but let's give it a shot. Well, that wasn't too bad. Let's get the other one in. I got it started. This is well engineered. Woo! Well, I got one started. I don't know if this other one's started. Woohoo! That's how the lock works. Let's see if it latches. Woo! I love it. So this is how this plunger comes up, if you can see it. That's what holds it on the spindle. And then to lock it in place, you push this chrome piece down, and then it's locked. That won't raise up. So I think having one side lock is good enough from now. Isn't it nice? It's really cushy. I almost want to be a passenger on this bike. Again, I mounted it. There was probably 1 3/8 inch, maybe 1 inch play in where you could mount it. I mounted it all the way forward. Again, I'll remind people if I post the suspension adjustment video first or not, but they say to add 50, for no matter where your setting is on your suspension, add 15 millimeters for the tour pack, which is interesting. That's a lot. So I'm gonna have to readjust the suspension for the tour pack, and it's not always gonna be on the bike. And I think you can see how easily it comes on and off. I mean, I'm really impressed with that. Harley's engineering, I found, and I've had so many off-road side-by-sides. My God, maybe 8, 9, so many ATVs. Their accessories are engineered and built extremely well, first class. No doubt about it. Okay, big reason why I wanted this tour pack. I didn't want to hang my helmet off of this motorcycle with an external lock. And I also, this is my touring bike. This is why I got it, till I get a gold wing. This is my touring bike, and I wanted to be able to, when I stop someplace, lock my helmet in the bike. And let's see, woohoo, is it gonna clear? Oh boy, it might. This is the big pack. And she does, look at that. Let me see if I move it. See how it's tapered in the back? Let's see if I move it, the helmet to the back of the box, to see if I can still shut it. Oh no, I can't. So I'll show you. In this position, you cannot shut it. It hits. It won't shut. But I think it's designed so maybe you could put 2 helmets side by side and then shut it and lock it. So I think you could very easily put 2 helmets side by side here and lock it, but you can't put it like that. It's just, yeah, it's hitting. It won't latch. So when I stop, I'm gonna have to put my helmet in like that. Nice gasket, weather, can you see this? See this, people? Nice weather gasket around. This came pre-assembled. Nice hardware. Really debating if I want to put a light on it. Nice. Harley's paint, I've got fingerprints all over it. Harley's paint is excellent. She's a tourer. I'm waiting for my adjustable foot peg mounts to come in, and I'm wondering if I should get bumpers for the crash bars. Got to do that. One thing that's interesting, and again, I'm new to Harleys, these stock floorboards have little cushions in them. I don't know, all floorboards have that, but you can see they're on a little pad, little rubber pads in there. That's really nice. Okay, Marauders, that's it. I think I almost have, so I have to put the backrest on it, the heated grips, and the touring pegs. What's on it now is the windshield, the crash bars on the rear bags, and also I have a touring rack that I really didn't do a video on that. So that's what I have mounted on it so far. Biggest things I wanted, those crash bars on the bags. And then the stock windshield was just brutal for me. It's 6'1", used to be 6'3". Tired of hearing that. Marauders, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give you a look. Don't look at the Husqvarna, boy. I like that bike. That's my go-to bike, but she looks good. Looks good. Both the bikes need to be washed. Maybe I'll do that tonight. She's set to tour. I want to put a light on the back.